are about to get their man back. They'll be on the power play. They're on the power play now, so the shot clock, again, it doesn't matter here with 10 seconds left in the period. But Richmond is shorthanded. Do they realize that? They do now. Time running out, 5 seconds. Pass across. Plant moving in. Plant takes a shot, scores! Beats the buzzer, and they go to the locker room with a 2-goal lead. He played that perfectly well. He looked at the clock, saw there was a couple seconds there, and he beats the North Shore goaltender to give Richmond a 2-goal lead going to the dressing room. Watch it here. He looks back at the clock. There's about 2 seconds. He gets a shot, and then the buzzer went right about a second afterwards. So that would be about 19:59, the time of that goal. Plant played that perfectly well, and 10-8 the score for Richmond. As we say, about 19:59, the time of that goal. We're giving it to Plant, and here's the actual announcement.
Dan Plant, assisted by number 37, James Dixon. Your score after 2 periods of play, your Richmond Roadrunners 9, North Shore Indians 8.
I believe it is going to be 10-8 is what it is. And they just corrected there. So 10-8 the score as we... if you picked that up at home there, the announcement we're reacting to as you take a look at the crowd there. 10-8 as Dan Plant gets a big goal. We've seen a couple of those for different teams in these telecasts we've done. Still has a little bit of a battle, and that'll help them deal with that battle. That battle is the penalty they've got to kill. But thus far, well, North Shore has got 1 goal on their 3 opportunities, so they're now looking at their 4th opportunity, as we say, and that's going to, of course, carry on into the 3rd period. Plant playing well. Shopka, of course, showing up and getting a couple goals, or 1 goal anyways, and Richmond getting a good all-round effort. North Shore, the penalty killing is hurting them atrociously. They have only killed off 1 penalty. They've allowed 4 power play goals on 5 opportunities, and that last power play opportunity was basically shortened because of the penalty that Richmond now has. So that's basically the story here after 40 minutes rather here at Richmond's Minaroo Arena. The score, it's Richmond 10, North Shore 8. We'll return with the 3rd period of action from Minaroo Arena in Richmond, the BC Intermediate B Lacrosse League, in just a moment. Welcome back to Richmond's Minaroo Arena, where the score after 40 minutes of lacrosse action, it's the Richmond Roadrunners 10 and the North Shore Indians 8. I'm Mark Jones, along with the rest of the Rogers 4 sports crew from Minaroo Arena, and the BC Intermediate B Lacrosse League is what you're watching here tonight. Richmond increasing their lead to a 2-goal lead with a quick goal at basically right at the buzzer. 19:59, Dan Plant played it perfectly well, looking back at the clock, seeing what time he had left, and there you see him, number 21, and he beat the North Shore goaltender, Anthony Joseph, to give his team a extra goal margin. Plant out there with Dixon, number 37, getting ready. There's the North Shore Indians. Back and forth it went, a 5-4 margin in favor of North Shore, rather. 6-4 was the final margin for Richmond as they hold on to this lead. And actually, no, that was a 5-5. Actually, it was a tie in that period. We're just trying to look at 2 different pages of numbers here, and that's what it was, 5-5. So the teams were actually tied in scoring in the 2nd period, but the difference is Richmond had a 5-3 margin in the 1st to give them this 10-8 lead. Now we've got that all clarified. We're underway in the 3rd period. It's a shot on goals. North Shore is starting the way they did in the 2nd, trying to just get as many shots away as they could, and they capitalized well in the 2nd period doing that, taking an early 2 unanswered goals in the 2nd. Now an interception by North Shore down the floor, almost intercepted, and it is intercepted as back and forth. Joseph had it. Now Uneda has it for Richmond. Loses the ball with 40 seconds gone, and the penalty is over now to Richmond. So Richmond kills off that penalty. Unofficially, the penalty is 1 for 4. Shot off the post by Plant. I'm sure that gave Richmond a boost, that goal by Plant. So about 1 for 4, the accuracy for North Shore on their power play. 4 for 5 for Richmond, as down the floor comes number 20, Chandler. He has the ball with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Passes it off, fakes the pass. There is Baker, Steve Baker. 15 on the shot clock, passes it off. Pass in there to Steve Baker. Steve Baker, number 17, 5 on the shot clock. Needs to get a shot away, moving in. Shot, it's bouncing on the line. He gets it, he stops it, no goal. That draws some reaction from the Richmond fans. Shapka has it. As he comes to center with 1:45 gone in this third period and a 2-goal lead, 10-8 for Richmond. Passed off there from McLaren's a shot, and he got a quick one away. I think he fooled the goalie. Racing after it. It's a foot race here. Shapka after it. Shapka gets it, but it's a North Shore ball. So with exactly 2 minutes gone in this third period, North Shore has possession in the Richmond end and a brand new 30-second clock. Setting up, pass off in there to Schwab. Schwab moving out of the corner, off the boards. Tied up in front, back there to Joseph. Joseph with the pass and the shot there. Hamilton has it. Hamilton looking for someone to put it to. He gets it to Shapka. 25 on the shot clock. Shapka, pass up there. Turning with it is Matheson. Matheson passes it back to Shapka. Shapka moving in, fighting off a check, turning with it. Gets a shot away, just off the mark. Race again for it, down the floor. Number 8 is Schwab for North Shore. After it for Richmond is number 28, Matheson, and he gets it. Buzzer runs out, and they're saying it's a North Shore ball. So picked up there is Lewis. Lewis with the ball. Pass back there. Joseph has it, passed across. Fighting off a check. 13 on the shot clock. Shot away into the slot. Turning with it, and the shot goes off the glass behind Hamilton. North Shore player down, but he gets to his feet. He might be hurt. He may have got the stick in his mouth. He's checking to see if he's cut, but he's staying out there. That's Lewis, who might have been hurt there. Richmond with a brand new shot clock. Ball lost there. Good attack by North Shore, but they can't beat the goaltenders. They get a shot away. McLaren with it. Long lead pass ahead there. Picked up at center by the Richmond player. Moving in, that's Quinn Patrick trying to dodge around 3 North Shore players. Waiting for some help with 17 on the shot clock. Now he gets it in there to number 37, Dixon. Dixon across to Uneda. Uneda shot! And it's stopped there by Joseph. Anthony Joseph plays it up there to Chris Lewis. Ball knocked down. Forechecking in there by St. Ong. St. Ong still in there after the ball. Patrick watching the man. Gets by Patrick. Down the floor he goes. That's number 22. Baker shot. Got a pad or on it, or maybe the post stopped it. In either case, it stays out. 23 on the shot clock as they set up in there. Richmond with possession. Down the floor he goes, turning on the Jets. That's number 37, Dixon. One man to beat. He gets a shot, and it's stopped there. Rebound in front. Another shot just off the mark. Just snuck by the outside of the post. 5 Roadrunners in there. Shot, stop. And it's covered up with 4:50 gone. 4:40 rather gone in this third period. 10-8 Richmond. Good game, good action here going. Setting up in there. Picked off by number 37, Dixon. Down the floor. Dixon passes it across to Uneda. Uneda moving in, shot, turned aside. Intercepted there. Turning out of the corner, Patrick shot. Another stop. And good goaltending right now by Anthony Joseph. .520 gone. Third period, 2-goal lead for Richmond, 10-8 the score. North Shore with possession and 10 seconds on their shot clock. moving in, turning with it. Gonna have to get a shot away. Time running out for them. Desiree Baker with 3 on the shot clock. Gets a shot, turned aside as Hamilton just barely stopped it. Got his right pad on it. Now, new shot clock and another opportunity. Penalty coming up to Richmond. North Shore going on the power play. Goaltender out. Moving in. Scores! That penalty will be wiped out by the goal, and they'll take the goal gladly. It's 10-9. Richmond. North Shore cuts the lead to 1. As we take a look here, on the delayed penalty, he comes out and he beats the goaltender with a bit of a backhander over the goaltender's right side, right there. Might have fooled him a little bit. So that goal wipes out the penalty at about the 6-minute mark. Shot just off the post. Desiree Baker from Steve Baker. And Chandler also getting an assist in there. But the 6-minute mark, it's a 1-goal lead for Richmond. And lots of time left here.
I do not have a 36. Isaac, that can't be right. Mr. Right? You've got Isaac. Isaac's 36. You got that last round.
They score! After that, look out here. Here we go. There's a mix-up. It's all tied, but right after that, so hopefully we have a replay on that. As North Shore sets up the one shot, the rebound, goalie thought he had it. He gets himself out of position. And there's a player down behind the net. He sets himself up, but I think Richmond was caught standing. Watch, there's 3 players, 2 players on this side here to the near side, and the player sneaks out from the thing. And watch right there, mix-up as Plant got a bit of a mix-up, and Plant is gone with the penalties. A high sticking penalty indicated. We're tied at 10. You just see it there. But 2 players off, 1 from each side. North Shore's number 8 and Richmond's number 21. 21 is Plant, of course, and 8 is Schwab. These penalties at 6:59, the same time of the goal. 10-10 as North Shore comes out a blazing again. They really want this win. You can see that as they did not let that goal get them down. That late goal with a second left in the period. The second period, they've scored 2 goals in a minute. And Richmond's getting the extra penalty here. They've got 4 minutes on their side of the board, 2 minutes on the North Shore side of the board. So Richmond in tough again. And we say that because Richmond had a 2-goal lead, and now they're in a bit of penalty trouble.
Assisted by number 11, Joshua Joseph. Also assisted by number 3, Chris Lewis.
Schwab from Joseph and Lewis at 6:59.
North Shore penalty to number 8, Don Schwab. 2 minutes for roughing at 13:01. Richmond penalty to number 21, Dan Plant. 2 minutes for high sticking. Also a 2-minute unsportsmanlike.
Here's Shapka. Stop there. High sticking and unsportsmanlike. The penalties to Plant. Schwab gets a roughing penalty. All at 6:59. The difference being that Richmond's got an extra 2 minutes to deal with. They're both playing 4 aside right now. 8 minutes gone in this third period. We're tied at 10. Shapka moving in. Gets a shot, but it goes off the boards behind. McLaren moving out in front. He's got Shapka there. McLaren shot. Stopped there by the goaltender, Joseph. Now Joseph plays it there. There's a man racing way down the floor. They're going to try to get it to him. That's number 17, Steve Baker. With it there, though, is number 22, Desiree Baker. Both nephews of Coach Lance Baker, head coach of the North Shore Indians, whose team is tied here at 10 with Richmond. Shot there, stopped by Hamilton. Rebound in front, another shot, stopped by Hamilton. Now long lead pass. Too far, penalty coming up on, who is it going against? North Shore. So how this changes, high sticking and that's gonna pose an interesting situation. 2:13 left in the Richmond penalty, 13 seconds left in the North Shore penalty. And with this penalty, what it's gonna mean is the teams will be back to 5 aside for a brief time, or 4 aside, and then North Shore again will have a brief power play. They never even got one right now. What it means right now is Richmond is on the power play for 13 seconds. See if they can do something with this very brief power play. At the side of the net, he can't get it there. And the power play is over just like that. Pass across, so we're back to 4 aside. Player down, cross-checking the call, and away it goes again. Richmond going back to the penalty box. Another man joins Plant as we take a look here, cross-checking the call. There it is. So Richmond's number 37, James Dixon, is in the box, and North Shore on the power play.
James Dixon, 2 minutes for cross-checking at 11:57.
Quinn Patrick moving in, a goal, stop there. Not really going to stop happening as it just went wide. Setting up, shorthanded, Richmond shorthanded, 30-second clock, not in play. They're shorthanded by 1 man here. 4 against 3 in favor of North Shore, not including the goaltenders. Richmond has possession. Penalties all overlapping here. Make it very simple and to the point. Richmond short by 1 man right now. Setting up in there is number 40, St. Ong. St. Ong along the boards. Almost halfway through this third period, 9:55 gone, tied at 10. St. Ong setting up. We've now reached the halfway mark of the period as St. Ong kills more time off. He's doing this well. Richmond killing the penalties here. They start to bang the sticks on the boards. St. Ong doing this all himself, running down the clock. Getting the players annoyed with him. That's the North Shore players, of course. Not his teammates. They're right behind him. They're liking it. They're banging the sticks. Look at this. Taking liberties on him a little bit. Will he draw a penalty? He'd like to do that. But the North Shore breaks away. 3-on-1. Lead pass ahead there. And he can't get it. Shrube had a great chance there. Shrube has it, though. Pass off. And the pass does not connect. Now it's a 2-man short situation for Richmond for about 14 seconds. Then they'll have them back. Patrick, 1 man to beat, down the floor, short-handed, looking for help. He's got 1 man back. Out there to join him is Plant. And another man joins them. The penalties are over. They set up in there. So Richmond doing a nice job of killing those penalties, a series of overlapping penalties, and they set up. We're tied at 10. North Shore approximately 1 for 5 on the power play here tonight. Richmond 4 for 6 on our unofficial count. We know that's the number of goals they've got from our count here, but we just don't, with all the overlapping opportunities. Now a shot stopped there. He doesn't know where it is as Joseph makes a stop. Rebound in front. Another shot, but it's blocked in front by Matheson's shot. 8:10 remaining third period. We're tied at 10. Down the floor, shot, scores! Beats the goalie. Maybe fooled the goalie. Good enough for an 11-10 lead for North Shore. If we watch it here, he comes down. Right side, he has it there and gets a shot, and I don't think, you wonder if Hamilton even saw it. he goes. Turned aside. Lewis the assist on Weiss's goal at about 11:59. Back comes Richmond. Pass across there. In on goal. Just off the mark. Plant has it. They're trying to tie it up. They're down by 1. 7.5 remaining in the third period. Richmond tied with Delta for first place. North Shore in second. Shot there, turned aside. North Shore with a win tonight would move within 3 points of Richmond and Delta and have a game in hand on Richmond. Plant moving out. Stop there. Open net. From behind the net. Open net. Can he put it in? He's got all kinds of... Oh, he goes not in. And it happened one time for Richmond. The Richmond end didn't go in the Richmond net. There it didn't go in. Plant had an open net. Maybe waited a bit too long. Now in front. Pass off. Shot. Rebound in front. Breakaway opportunity if he can get to it. Schwab down the floor. Trying to get it. Schwab. And it's picked off by Hamilton, but the goalie knocked down. And there's no penalty. Schwab's out, and there's a bit of rough stuff in there. Schwab's way out of the net. Open net. Scores! Open net, and here we go at the side on the boards. It's a bit of rough stuff with the goaltender. Hamilton decided to go for a little bit of a journey all the way to the boards, and the net was wide open. Watch it here. He gets knocked down. No penalty. That gets him a little bit upset. More players on the side. The net is open. And thank you very much. It's 12-10. And there's still some jostling going on out there between the two teams. But there you see it. North Shore has put 2 goals together in about 2 minutes. And they got to watch it here. There's a lot of players out there, and they got to keep control of this situation here. .13:27 the time of that goal, so in a minute and 27 seconds they put goals together. Watch it here once again. The race was on. Now Hamilton gets the ball. The interference there, he knocks the goalie down. I don't know if he was in the crease there or not. But then there's no defense, and he has all the time to, just like a practice. 12-10, North Shore, and Richmond in tough now with 6:33 remaining.
North Shore, 12 goals scored by number 17, Steve Baker, unassisted.
Baker unassisted there, 12-10 the score. Shepka, watch out for him. He's in on goal, pass across, can't get the pass. And Richmond better watch it here because North Shore will be off to the races again, running with the ball as soon as they can get it. They'll wait for Richmond to commit themselves, and then they'll be racing down the floor. Collins over to McLaren. Penalty to North Shore coming up. Shot. Stop there, and there's better rough stuff. Richmond would be smart to walk away here. Shapka's telling his teammate to stay out of it. Matheson could cost his team a power play opportunity if he does not watch it here. And North Shore going to the penalty box. They've got a 2-goal cushion. Richmond hoping to cut it to 1, taking advantage of their power play here. Penalty to number 2 is Joseph.
Correction, North Shore, 12 goals for the 20 right channel.
And they just changed the goal to Chandler. That last goal on the open net. So with 5:55 remaining. Cross-checking the penalty on Joseph. Shapka. Still plenty of time to do something in the game and in the penalty. The penalty just started. There's 25 seconds gone. Shot. Just turns aside. Joseph. Scott. Shapka's another shot. They keep firing it at them. Back to Shapka. Shapka out there with Plant on the power play. Cross to McLaren. McLaren back there, the side of the net. Can't control it. That was number 64, Dagan. Dagan to McLaren. It's knocked away. Racing after it in there. Richmond trying to set a player down. Helping each other out. McLaren has the ball. McLaren takes a shot. Stopped there by Joseph. Good goaltending there by the North Shore goaltender. They better watch it here. Long lead pass, man out of the box. Off the bench, pass across there, and he can't get it. Now with it there is McLaren with Plant. Plant has it at center, 40 seconds left in the penalty, 4:39 left in the game. Richmond trailing by 2, 12-10. Plant has it. Plant moving in, passes it across to McLaren. McLaren shoots just off the mark. Comes back to Plant. 12 on the shot clock. Plant to McLaren. Loses the ball. Picked off there. Down the floor goes North Shore's Steve Baker, number 17. 3-on-1. Baker across. Can't connect it. Can't get the pass. Pass isn't controlled. Now back the other way. Comes Richmond's Lefroy. 2-on-1. Back over there to Shapka. Waits. Scores! Paul Shapka. 12-11. North Shore. Nicely done by Shapka. That is his second of the game from our account here as he waited and found the spot, decides to put it on the goalie's left side. That's a goal scorer right there, and he adds one more to his total. Lefroy with the assist. And that comes at, fortunately, sorry, we don't have the official time, but it was about the 15:56 mark of this period. Down by 1, Richmond is. They add to their power play total 5 power play goals on about 7 opportunities tonight. Excellent power play percentage. North Shore, their penalty killing was a little bit better. Is it called? It's not a goal. The ball, they're saying it was on the line, and they're calling it a Richmond ball, so no goal. No goal there, and Richmond with possession down the floor. 3.5 remaining in the third period. 23 on the shot clock. Well, if we can maybe get a replay on that as the play continues. You watch it at home. We'll tell you the action that's going on right now. Richmond, Patrick with it. 10 on the shot clock. Ball bouncing in there. North Shore after it. Who gets possession? Richmond puts it out to center. Turning with it there, Dixon. Over there, and the buzzer beats them. Still time, though. 3:02 remaining. Down by 1, and the ball goes out of play. What a game this has been. Back and forth. Probably the best one that we've had the opportunity to see this year in terms of closeness. And you've had the opportunity to see here on Rogers for Richmond. Glad to have you with us. BC Intermediate B lacrosse action from Minaroo Arena as the Indians player number 17, Baker, gets a shot over the net. 5 on the shot clock. It's out to center. He'll just get rid of it. Maybe a shot. Gets a shot. Richmond with possession. 2.5 remaining. Richmond wants at least a point out of this game, and they're not going to get that at this point unless they get at least one more goal. A goal would tie this one up. Out there is Shapka. He's got the last Richmond goal. He's setting up with Matheson. Shapka around one player. In on goal. Will he do it? He scores! Paul Shapka. It's all tied at 12.